Hello, people in that house are doing. So the Department of Education have finally, set up its school buses. Next week they're going to talk with the schools. To be honest, you didn't say this right to the Department of Education. You left into the last moment. So they're going to now have to run other buses. And again, I don't know how they're going to do that with Bus Evan because Bus Evan haven't got the resources, haven't got the money to get extra buses. There's no extra buses. They're taking so many buses off the road in Cavan and across the country because they're old buses and they can't afford to buy new ones. So it's a great country. It's a great country. They can have a house. They can have a golf party. They can spend the taxpayers' money on arranging a golf party in feck knows well, and they can do that. And I apologize for my unpolitical language, but you have to laugh at that because the amount of money they probably spent 100,000. For all we know, they probably did. On wage and that and everything like that. Like it'd be stupid how much money they spent on that, and then they won't spend it on the kids, the future of Ireland. But apparently this government couldn't care less about it. So yeah, great country, great country for your TD or your send or whatever. But yeah, just to talk about the school, so it's going to be 50%. So say there's 100 people, like Bally, like anybody from Cavan who goes to the secondary schools will know the Ballyhace bus is Floods owned. Floods is a private company that used to be with Bus Éireann. Bus Éireann had to get rid of that service because they couldn't afford to run it. There's so many people on the Ballyhace bus, so they probably have to run 3 or 4 buses on the Ballyhace bus because there's that many. Every seat's full. There could be 100 and something seats in the bus, and all of them are full. They have to probably run ridiculous amount of buses. Again, it's not going to work. And this is they're telling people at the last moment. And this is another reason why I won't be going. Simple as that, I won't be going. I haven't made that decision because there's no point stressing yourself and worrying yourself sick. Being because I have anxiety. There's no point sicking yourself. Because at the end of the day, there's no point worrying yourself to death because at the end of the day, it's going to hurt you. And there's no point in worrying yourself, especially now having my leaving all coming up this year. There's no point in annoying yourself and worrying yourself to death. There's no point. It's senseless doing that. Senseless. Just annoys yourself, makes you sicker. Simple as, and I'm not going to be the only person in the country who takes that decision and stands up and says that. But yeah, it's very, very stupid. That they just randomly say they haven't even got it in place. They won't have schools are supposed to open next week. They won't have it in place. They'll probably take months before they arrange this. It's just again, they had all summer, but now they're just like, we have to sort open. Great country. Just a great country. They're too busy worrying about bloody house. They're too busy worrying about government dues. They're too busy going into the government bar. They're too busy just trying to waste as much money as they can out of the taxpayer and trying to get as much money as they can in the expenses in the Shannon because they travel. Apparently they go on holidays during pandemics. Apparently that. But apparently this country can listen, people can just sit down and say, TDs and senators allow this, that, and the other. And, the only man who works half his life now has to, work his ass off to save his business. And these people get to sit down and talk nonsense for an hour and get paid. It's just a great country. It's a great country. It's just really, really a great country. Most of them were going to get rid of so many staff because they couldn't afford them. It's a great country. It's a great country.